was in January, and I felt a lump in my breast, you know. So I went to the doctor and everything. I went and got a checkup, and I went and got my mammogram too. But after I got my mammogram, fear just got a hold of me, you know. And I pretended that, you know, that it would, you know, be all right. I just said, well, this will be all right, you know. That's what I was saying.
I started giving myself examinations, breast examinations in the shower, and found it. I never did before. I wished I had, but I hadn't. And I found a knot. It was really big, and it scared me. I made a doctor's appointment, and they told me that it was cancer. That was hard.
My hand accidentally felt a little lump in my right breast, and I did not follow up on it right away because I felt like it was just something that could wait until my physical, which was due and scheduled for a couple of months. So I waited, and I should have gone right away. I should have gone as soon as I found it, but I didn't.
First thing I felt I needed to do about it was go to prayer, to the Lord in prayer, you know. First, get on my knees and talk to Jesus about it. And then the thing that I did do, you know, go to the doctor there as quickly as I could, you know, to the emergency room or wherever. And, you know, try to get help quick as I could, you know.
But I waited a while, and that was bad to wait a while. That was very bad. I should have went on and pursued everything in the beginning, but I didn't. So it made it a little harder on me, you know, by not doing, you know, what I was supposed to do. But fear is the worst thing that we can deal with in different things, and cancer is a thing that everybody fears, especially women in cases like this, breast cancer.
It's a really scary word, cancer.
I am facing now the mastectomy coming up next week on Monday, and hopefully with the mastectomy and lymph node removal and a possible follow-up with low dosage of chemo, that things will be taken care of. Yeah, we hope so.
I tell you, the feeling that I had when he told me that I had cancer, that it was cancer, you know, I had a real scary feeling.
And every day I just got more fearful and afraid for a long time. I stayed fearful and afraid and down in my spirit, crying, and I didn't want to face it.
The first time that my wife told me about the lump in her breast, I was a little disturbed about it because I've seen so many commercials on television, and the doctor was saying, get your tests and take the mammogram and so forth. And I was real concerned about it when she told me. But she told me in a way not to cause me to be fearful. And knowing my wife, lots of times she wouldn't tell me a lot of things because she tried not to worry me. But I often tell her, you know, that's what I'm here for, to help, to be with you. And like the preacher said when we got married, to death do we part.
Sometimes you think it's like a secret you don't want everybody to know. Shame. Why did this happen to me? This can't be happening to me.
Just the fact that it's an abnormality in the breast does certainly have a lot of emotional effects on the woman. And I think one problem is that a lot of women are reluctant to talk about it, either with their friends or their doctor or even their husbands, so that as a result in the past, people just didn't talk about breast cancer.
As I began to face facts, face my fears, I went to the doctor.
And you'll examine your breast?
Yes. You know, and they began to work with me and talk with me and tell me what I needed to do. And as I continually went to the doctor, the fear left because I was getting help now.
Overall, about 3/4 of the women that get breast cancer can be cured and never die of the disease. But if the cancer is detected early in stage 1 disease, for example, it's over 90% cure. And then it goes down progressively to where if it's detected in stage 4 disease, it's probably only about 25% or less long-term survival. So early detection seems to be the single most important thing that influences whether a patient can be cured or whether they'll later metastasize and end up dying from the breast cancer.
It can happen to anybody. You're not, no woman is exempt. So you know, you should, you know, in the beginning, the wisest thing you can be is get those checkups every year.
Breast cancer is a common disease, and many women will get breast cancer, unfortunately, but most women do not have breast cancer. When we see a mammogram, there's about a 99% chance that you don't have breast cancer. So for instance, if we read 100 mammograms, 90 or 95 of those, we will be able to say right off the bat that you have nothing and we're going to let you come back in a year or two. And an even smaller number of those, maybe 1 or 2 out of 100, will actually need a breast biopsy.
The important thing to know is that just because a woman needs a biopsy doesn't mean it's cancer. And in most cases, it's reassuring that it comes back that it's not a cancer. But of course, if it is a cancer, then you want to find out as soon as you can and then make arrangements to have it treated.
Tomorrow, when Sis Rebecca's in surgery, if it be God's will, I'll be there with her. Amen. Supporting her in every way I can. Amen. Being there for her, to encourage her before she leave the room, to let her know that the church family's with her, and let her know that God is still with her. I believe it in my heart, amen, that God's gonna guide the doctor. He's gonna give him the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding what to do, what direction to take, amen, because he's that kind of God.
Now you're gonna feel a little pressure up here on your throat, that's all. You just do it super.
And all we want Sister Rebecca to do is believe in what the doctor's doing for her and believe in what God can do for her. And I believe in that, she'll come out victorious.
We're just about to start the surgery on Rebecca. She's a very sad case of a woman that had a very advanced breast cancer 2 years ago and had surgery and a reconstruction, and then now has recurred within the reconstructed breast. So it makes it a very difficult situation.
What God made, he made everything. And he can work through whoever he wants to work through. Amen. So if he take the doctors and work through and be a great success for me and you, Sister Rebecca, why not?